Okay, very good everybody, and welcome to another video. I am your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko, and I will be your captain for today's flight. Today's flight will take us from Istanbul Sabiha Gökçen airport to İzmir airport, both of them in Turkey. Let me quickly check if everything is okay here on my side, so stand by one moment please. Okay, just had to do a little sound check there because, well, the last stream, as you may have seen, every like 15 minutes or so the sound would cut out. So I changed something in my setup. So yeah, so it should be working now. So let's get into business and have ourselves some fun. So this is the aircraft that we will be flying, the Flysimware Learjet 35A. We're parked here at the basically the parking positions, the ramp over there. There's you can find all the gates. Here's the city of Istanbul. We are using real world time and real world weather, and we are using the Aerosoft simple traffic tool, which is responsible for spawning in the Turkish Airlines here and the Pegasus Airlines. You will see a lot of Pegasus airplanes at Istanbul Sabiha Gökçen Airport. And if you look this side, you'll actually see the city of Istanbul. It's a beautiful city. If you can ever go there, do yourself a favor and just go there. You will not regret it. There's some incoming traffic there. Let's watch them land, and then let's get into the airplane. Like looks to be Pegasus as well. So yeah, when we first spawned in here, actually it was raining. Right now the weather has changed a little bit. We'll be flying, as I said, from Istanbul to Izmir. And I think it's an en route time. I think it's, they said on sim brief, it's a block time of like 1 hour and 10 minutes. So I'm thinking the actual flight time is so much shorter. Just checking here real quick if I can see that anywhere, but it does not look like it. See, the air time is 46 minutes, block time 1 hour 14 minutes. Clear to cruise at 40,000 feet, so that's pretty high. So basically, this stream is a bit of a test to see if the sound works the way I want it to. But yeah, let's get into the aircraft now. There you go. I do feel like I'm having a cold coming up a little bit. So pardon my sniffing. Alright, so, oh look, there's the rain Plane is coming again. The aircraft, I believe it does actually have a checklist, but we will not be using that. Let's, however, pull up the tablet. Okay, so what do we do first? The battery. Number 1. Whoops. That's the gear warning. Gear was in the up position. Battery 1. And battery 2. Now let's first maybe set the fuel. So I'll refer to the flight plan. The planned fuel, block fuel, basically 1.2, 1,200 kilograms. Let's take that with us. And it says gallons here. Oh my god, man. Help. So here it says pounds. Fuel is in gallons. Let's see if we can change that, hopefully. Units. Then, okay, so it's metric. And 24 hours. So if we go back to fuel, there we have kilograms. It's a lot better. We do not have to do any conversions with all, you know, everything that can go wrong with that. So tip tanks, let's just clear out the tip tanks, wing tanks and fuselage tank. Let's see how this works, man. So we want to get to 1200. It's actually a little less than 1200, so we don't have to be that precise. 11902, it should be 1119. So this should be fine. Maybe we can actually even go a little lower. 1124. That's going to be it. I guess we're good. So it looks like we have fuel on the board. Not sure if I remember where we can find the fuel quantity. I was looking the other day for fuel pressure. Could not find it. Wait, that should be here. I remember fuel quantity. Okay. So this is basically this is in pounds. But so 2,500. Yeah, divided by 2 or so. That should be fine. Jet pumps are on. I don't believe we need the standby pumps, so for now I'm just going to leave them off. Then let's see if we have external power. That would be nice. Weather information. Oh, that's new. Never seen this before. Cool. Pre-flight. We have some checklists here. Ground power units. Now, is there actually a way that we can hook up, or do we just turn on the avionics? Well, the GPS already booted up. Let's also get the flight plan here on the Navigraph. Dismiss and unload and import flight from Sabiha. So this is going to be our flight. We get up on a flight to the south. Okay, so flight plan, menu, and there should be the option to import from Sabiha. Okay. Let's load it in. So we got the flight plan in here. Basically, we can go straight to 40,000 feet, it looks like, okay. It's pretty cool. We would have done that anyway, since there is no ATC. We can do whatever the hell we want. Let's give ourselves a squawk code, 3121. A really funky song by Prince. And let's just go on standby for now and enter. So we got the flight plan in here. Let's see, because we should have... I believe there's a direct, but there's no departure, or there is, let's see. 06 right. Not sure if we have 06 right in the simulator. And then IVGUS 1 whiskey departure. So let's maybe first have a look at the airport. Right. I believe the simulator actually does have only one airport, or sorry, one runway. Let's just quickly change the camera speed because it's going way too slow. Yeah, nobody's going to be taking off and landing from there, I can tell you that. So that's the city of Istanbul. So basically just call it 06 here in the simulator. I guess it's fair. So let's get back to our little aircraft here. Whoops. There, that's nice and smooth for you. Okay. Yeah, so basically, runway 06 and then the IVGUS 1 whiskey. So we go to the airport load procedure, departure. There's none. That's a new one, I guess. Arrival, approach, departure. Okay, well, there's no departure. I'm good. Approach. We can check this while we are airborne and cruising. Okay, so basically we have the entire flight plan in here. We actually do have the BERGO 1 Charlie. We actually already have the arrival in here as well. BERGO 1 Charlie for 34 right. BERGO 1 Charlie. Can we see anywhere that we're to land at 34 right, maybe? Does not look like it, but it'll do. Right, so that's been set up, so let's we can go to a map here. So let's fire up the engine, I guess. So let's start engine number 1. Turn on the stall warning as well.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
That's interesting, because as far as I know, I did not load in. I did not load GSX at all. So that's still okay. So that's still. I have to look into that. So let's fire up engine number 2. Engine 1 can go to generator. You know what do you say? Why don't we put some people back there and let's open the shades? Let's take Julie and Mary, Rick, Dorothy, and Will. And then I guess in the options we can disable weather to show them. There you go. Hi people. Very cool. So we have 2 running engines. Low oil pressure, that should go in a second. Right generator. Takeoff trim. Let's set the takeoff trim. Alright. Arm the thrust reversers. And let's engage nose wheel steering. Steering is on. We arm lateral navigation and altitude select. So we're going up straight to 40,000 feet. like so. The light generator. Okay, so taxi lights, seatbelt, and no smoking. I think we're pretty much good to go. Let's turn on the yaw damper. So I guess I'm good to go, man. So runway 06, that's just behind us. Okay, so this chart's a little bit funny, so I'm thinking we're taking 06 left. Our location should be here somewhere. So there's a little bit of sun coming finally. So let's call the tug. And this is the generic Microsoft flight simulator tug. It will just push us backwards a couple of feet. And that should be plenty of room for us to turn left and get out of here. So that's our good friend Suat. How are you doing, man? Please do not drive into my aircraft. Okay, I don't know what you think you're doing, but well, he's always joking around, you know. Okay, so parking brake released. There we go. So Flysimware, the developer of this aircraft, they make really nice aircraft. My favorite, like one of my all-time favorites in Microsoft Flight Simulator is actually one of theirs as well. It's the set the parking brake. That's the Flysimware Cessna 414AW Chancellor. That is such a cool aircraft, man. And so is this one. This one is really nice. I'm liking it very much. Thank you, Sulat. Okay, so let's double check here. Altitude select is armed. We're armed for 40,000 feet. Nozzle steering is on. And navigation is in lateral navigation. Let's also check if we are on GPS. We are on GPS, so that's also good. And let's just totally forgot about the external lights, so let's do that real quick. Recog. And cabin air. So to set this to 40,000 feet would be nice. These buttons are so slow, man. Or maybe I'm just a little fast, I don't know. If there's any one slow human that I can point out, it would be me. Guess that should be it. Parking brake released. There's definitely a little bit of sun coming here, that's pretty cool. There's a Turkish Airlines just landed. Like quite heavy winds. We have an aircraft on final. Looks to be doing a go around. Oops, my speed. My apologies for that. I'm sorry. Let's make a U-turn right here. Was looking at too many things at the same time. That never works. So let's hold short here for a bit, and let's quickly check the weather. Parking brake set. So if you look at the windsock, it's about 3, 6, 9, 12, like 15 knots, I would think. I believe one band is 3 knots. Let's have a look at the weather real quick before we go. Flight plan. Waypoint information, weather data. That's 02015 knots, that's there. QNH 1029er or 3039er, but we use the B button to cheat. So yeah, that's basically all we needed to know from there. So yeah, it's pretty windy. You know what? Let's have a look at the weather at Adnan Menderes Airport. That's the wrong one. Right. That's weird. It's still giving us. Oh no, that's me. 020 20 knots, gusting 30. That might be a little much for this aircraft. I did see some information here, not sure. No, that will not be it. Okay. Alright, so let's get going. Landing lights can come on. And the strobe lights can come on. And let's squawk Charlie. And let's get the map up. I was doing a little test earlier, and for some reason the lateral navigation did not want to engage. It is now actually on lateral navigation. Looks like it's already on. So we'll see how that's going to go. Desired track is 146, so we could maybe dial that, like pre-dial that, just in case we need to do a bit of heading flying. I'm along desired track is 234. Then 220, 230, 235, 234. Alright, no more pussyfooting. Let's check if there's any aircraft that appears to be on final. Does not look like it, so parking brake disengaged. Let's line up and get going. And I believe we have a clock in here as well, like a timer, so let's just stop here for a second. Parking brake set. Run. There you go. Parking brake released. Definitely wind pulling us to the left. Here's takeoff. Positive right, gear up. And let's trim it a little bit. Right, autopilot engaged. Aircraft turning to the left. Why is this shaking? So let's say we want to keep this pitch and speed for the moment. Then I guess we can engage speed mode. Some 10,000 feet, so we can turn off the landing lights. Let's also turn off the seatbelt sign. Lateral navigation is now armed. So let's go to heading mode. And we arm the lateral navigation. Let's go to standard barometric pressure. Let's see. 299 let's do it like that. Alright, so far so good. 105. Next up is RAUMA, 102 nautical miles, so that appears to be accurate. For some reason it is not capturing any intercept. It's not intercepting the flight plan there. So for now we're still in heading mode. Oh, there you go, it just captured. All LRN, lateral navigation. We can disengage heading. Let me quickly do another sound check. It sounds like a canary in heaven. 30,000 feet. Aircraft still following lateral navigation, altitude select, and we are in IAS mode, so the aircraft is basically maintaining this speed. It's a little bit slow. We could maybe try vertical speed and then lower the nose a little bit. That does not appear to work from there. Let's try it here. Looks like it is engaged. So let's see, is this going to disengage the moment we use nose down here? It's not really doing anything, is it? There you go. But it disengaged. And now it's going nose down, so that's just insane. So maybe the way to do it, I'm just inventing the wheel here for myself. Is to first set a trim, and then once you have a trim that you are comfortable with, you then say vertical speed. But basically if you do that, then you can also just say, just keep this speed. So let's go to speed mode again. I do not want to drop below 250, you know. I mean, we're high enough here. Back into the flight deck, 72 nautical miles to the next waypoint. We are holding lateral navigation with 36,000 feet. Speed is around 250, that's still good. I think the nose wheel steering disconnects itself after takeoff. The thrust reversers no longer have to be armed. The aircraft is now climbing at 800 feet per minute, 700 feet per minute, which is fine. It's what it needs to keep, to sort of keep the speed, I guess. When you think about it, we have like 60 nautical miles or so to go before we have to reach flight level 40. So with this button down here, it's quite interesting. You have one gauge, but then the button here will select which tank you want the information from. So the left tip is empty. The left wing, it has like 600 pounds. Fuselage has like 600 pounds. The right wing has like 600 pounds. The right tip is empty, and the total is like 3 times those 6. Well, basically it's around 2,000. The sound appears to be okay like this, so I'm happy about that. I was using an external sound card that I use for recording music, and you connect it via USB. But like after, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, every now and then it would just totally disconnect, and obviously I could replug it immediately and then usually it would work, and after a couple of times it would not. I went into Windows settings, and apparently there's some power settings, Windows 11, that can sort of like suspend USB activity after a certain amount of time to save energy, but obviously I'm using it, you know. So I tried disabling that, but apparently that didn't really solve the issue. Basically what I ended up doing was purchasing a €15 headset from like the cheapo store around the corner. And that little headset actually came with a converter cable, so I could actually use my my Acer headset that I've been using previously. And it has a splitter to go into the back of the PC. You know, the green plug and the pink plug. So I'm not actually using the €15 cheapo headset. I could probably have purchased such a similar cable for like €1 or €2, and I would have been done. But you know, now I have a backup headset or whatever. For now, I'm just glad it's working, and the sound appears to be okay too. So there's no real issues there. As long as we can keep on streaming, you know, because that's a lot of fun to do. So we're not really climbing anymore, and that's not acceptable. So let's go nose up. If we go 1,000 feet per minute, it should be like 2 minutes of climbing. So if we engage vertical speed now, it should maintain our pitch angle, but it would disregard the speed, I would assume. But we would only do so for a duration of about 1 or 2 minutes, so I'm good with that. But it's a good thing to keep monitoring the speed in planes like this. Okay, so we are 1,000 feet from our selected altitude. And we have 29.3 nautical miles to go to the next waypoint. Then once we reach cruising altitude, cruising phase if you will, we'll have a look at the arrival and the approach, and we'll set everything up. And before you know it, we'll be eating köfte, patlıcan, and pilav in Izmir. Right, so we are now at altitude hold. So this is a good time to monitor our speed, because the aircraft obviously will tend to keep on accelerating ever so slightly. Well, I must say that it's keeping its speed pretty steady actually, now that we're cruising. So lateral navigation still engaged, we're in altitude hold. I just want to try something. If we press IAS, what's it going to do? It's going to lower, so let's not do that. Altitude hold. It was about to lower the nose, because apparently it feels like it should do that to maintain that speed, I guess. 12.2 nautical miles, we're getting there quicker and quicker. After that we go to Ledlow. Desired track 183. We're 17 minutes into the flight. The aircraft's performing pretty well. I'm happy with that. 250 knots. Obviously our ground speed will be a lot higher. I think we should be able to see that here. On ground speed 445 knots. So left to 183 in 6 seconds. So let's see if it's going to do that. But I think so. There you go. Alright, so the oh, and then it loses, you see that? And then it loses its signal or whatever. So that's an interesting thing. Decided track 183, so and then it picks it up again for some reason. That's so weird. But you know, it's like something like this can happen when you're not looking, and then before you know it, you're like way off course or whatever, you know. So let's pull up some charts. So our arrival runway should be 34 right. I believe the wind was from 020. Let's go to flight plan. We go to Izmir Airport and waypoint information, weather data. We're getting the latest weather data now. 020, 19 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers. Scattered at 3000. 7 degrees centigrade. Dew point -4. QNH 1026. No significant change. Okay, so 020. Let's get back to the map view. As long as we stay in lateral navigation, I'm already a happy pilot. So in terms of speed, let's see where's our fuel flow. Yeah, like we're at 92.5% N1. Might be a little bit high. Let's see if we can go a little bit easier on the energy consumption there. Let's try like 86. Something like that. So let's have a look here at the charts. So 34 right, so we go to charts for Izmir. Approach, let's get rid of that. Approach, runway 34 right, ILS Zulu or localizer Zulu, runway 34 right. I guess this is the type that we need with this aircraft. So we put a pin in there. So 34 right, that is 343, and the airport will be to our left once we vacate. It's always good to know. Now the arrival, let's have a look at that. We have, I believe we have the, do we have the BERGO 1 Charlie? BERGO 1 Charlie, that's confirmed. for Izmir. Airport elevation 410. So we'll be coming from BERGO. That will take us to the Izmir VOR. And what happens after the Izmir VOR? With the ILS 110.3, 343. Glide slope starts at 3,900. I guess this is an altitude we could take 1,000 feet. Still lateral navigation. Our speed has dropped a little bit here on the indicated airspeed, but I guess our ground speed is still fairly high, so that's okay. All right. What was I going to do? I remember. We're going to check the procedures. Let's go to flight plan. Load procedure. So we have the arrival. We do not have the approach yet. So the approach will be ILS 34 right Zulu. This one. Transition will be vectors. Alright. Let's load the approach. I think this should put in something looks broken here for a second. Hang on. .3, and I think that's the ILS frequency, so that's put in automatically. 343 degrees. I think we just put this. Where did we put that? Well, we can always use this one right here. So 343. And do we have decision altitude? Oops, something just fell here. Where does he put that in again? So you have a little light for the decision height, so that would insinuate that you can enter it somewhere. As you can see, there's some problems with the refreshing of the GPS. Some areas only refresh when you put your mouse over it. Not sure what is up with that. Let me quickly see if I can find where to put in the decision altitude. On the right side of the instrument panel, below the co-pilot's clock, there is a radar altimeter with a knob for setting the decision height. On the right side of the instrument panel, below the co-pilot's clock. Oh, really? So that's where you've been hiding all this time. That's pretty interesting. Okay. I'll put that on 1000. Then we should definitely be safe. We can test it. The little light comes on. Will it come on here as well? Yes. Very good. So it's activated the leg BERGO to IMR. So basically we're already here. I think we should start descending, man. We should definitely start our descent. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go to 6000 for now. Altitude select is armed. And let's see if we can now do IAS. This should bring the nose down, and we should try to maintain this speed right here. I think we're already here, man. Yeah, so I think we're a bit on the high side now. Basically, we'll fly over Izmir, and then let's just vector ourselves. Let's see, we could maybe take 135. That's this line right here. So we go to heading mode for a little bit. Then let's go to heading. Let's arm the thrust reversers. And let's set the seatbelt signs. And maybe let's not forget the nose wheel steering. But it won't engage in flight. Okay. Press it one more time, see if it's armed. That will be interesting, but I don't think it does work like that. We are not really quite descending, are we? So let's go nose down. That might be a little bit severe. And then vertical speed. Hopefully it's going to keep that there, and then we will need to decelerate. So we descended way too late, man. Way too late. It's not a problem, we just keep on chilling for a little bit. Let the aircraft descend. Since we're really high, I think I would like us to descend a lot quicker now. I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 feet per minute, is that acceptable? Looks like a pretty much, pretty nose down, look at that. But you know, appears to be working. Just mind our speed. Ground speed 472, 473 and climbing. So let's power back a little bit. Let's get some spoiler down. These ones right here. Look at that, man. Right, so 29,000. And in terms of vectoring, let's go heading 180. 26,000. We're getting the low fuel warning. Let's retract the spoiler. What's our fuel situation? It should be plenty. There should be plenty, that's okay. Master warning, yes. We've seen that the fuel is low, thank you. Yeah, so basically what we're doing now is we're vectoring ourselves. The airport's behind us there, to the north. We're flying south. Basically, if we could intercept this, would be beautiful. We do have the ILS information, everything loaded in. We have the nav radio set to 110.3. We have the runway course heading 343, and we have the decision height 1,000 feet entered as well. So now it's just a matter of us versus our altitude and distance. So let's go ahead and perform a right turn to 270 degrees. And we can do it just like this because we're now in heading mode. Just doing it ourselves. 270. We're 16,000 feet. Our speed is getting really high. Spoilers. And we should probably reduce the angle of attack now. Well, it seems to be a bit more decent. We're still losing altitude. Let's turn on the landing lights. $30,800. Okay, the speed's dropping crazy low now. And let's go for a right turn. 343. What the hell did I just click? Okay, 12,800. Airport elevation was 410. And the glide slope starts at 3,900. Let's put in 3,500 just to be safe. And the local QNH, let's do that. We're still descending. We just go flight plan, Adnan Menderes, waypoint information, weather data. Wind 10123, gusting 33, that's really fucking windy. QNH 1026 or 3030. See if the B button works. Well, it gets us close, 3030, so we have local QNH now. Let's go back to the map view. $10,000 feet. Let me check something here. Okay. We're still on heading mode. Vertical speed. Speed is fine like this. We're now at 9,900 feet. Two minutes into the flight. Everybody in the back still okay? Okay, we're having an orgy. Okay, 8,000 feet. We're getting somewhere. The ILS is not picked up yet. We should see that here momentarily. We should be 33 nautical miles from the runway, basically. But then the ILS will appear here because it uses its own navigation. Radio navigation, actually. So let's keep on descending all the way down till we reach 3,500. Let me really quickly check the terrain around the airport. Well, there is definitely some elevation around the airport, so yeah, we also do not want to reach 3,500 too early. But maybe menu terrain is already on. Okay. That's good. Just you keep descending, please, and we're good. Alright, we should be around the runway center line now. Obviously, we now need to be going a little bit more to the right. Can do it like that. See if it comes back. 5,800. Our speed for now is okay. I think the aircraft will decelerate really quickly when we demand it to. So we're 28 nautical miles from the airport, so we still have quite some time to properly configure. So it was a little bit hectic. We were, well, I wanted to say fairly high. We were like ridiculously high. We were at the Izmir VOR when we were still at 40,000 feet. So we had to like descend like crazy. So that's why we did a little go around, or not a go around, but we went around a little bit and just vectored ourselves. The people in the back are having their little orgy anyway, so what do they care, you know? As long as we touch down safely. It should be a lot of fun. Okay, so we're almost at our set altitude of 3,500, which means that the aircraft will level off, at which point we will definitely need to manage our speed. There's some turbulence, as you could see. And the ILS just come alive. 24.5 nautical miles. The course deviation indicator showing us that we are slightly to the left of the desired track, but I believe it's moving towards us. I don't think this aircraft actually has a localizer as such. Let me just check. Lateral navigation, let's see if it does this. I guess so. Can we switch to VOR? There you go. I think this should work. Here comes the terrain around us. This should be okay. 20 nautical miles out. I believe that is our airport right there. We are below the localizer. It's good. So we're maintaining altitude at the moment. The thrust reversers are armed. Our speed is a little bit low. Let's not have it drop too much. Let's go for around, I don't know, 80, 83% N1. Maybe a little bit less. We just do not want to accelerate, basically. Which we actually are. We are accelerating. So let's go back and decelerate a little bit. Lateral navigation is lost. Captured. Okay. Captured. This right here is what we would like to see. There you go. It's captured by the localizer. You can see immediately it starts adjusting its approach course. We're still below the localizer, or sorry, below the glide slope. So basically this is localizer or horizontal, and this is the glide slope, which is vertical. So 49 minutes into the flight, so we have been somewhat delayed. Flap speed 200 for flap 8, so let's definitely, we're 30 nautical miles out, so it's definitely time to decelerate now. Cool, exciting time. Twelve nautical miles. And you will see the moment we deploy our flaps to 8 degrees, I'm expecting the speed to drop significantly. 11.2. Keep it coming. The glide slope will start at, let's see, either 12. I think it actually should start at 12, so that should be now. We're still below it. Alright, 200 knots, so flaps to 8% or 8 degrees. And there the speed is dropping. 8 nautical miles out. Captured. Let's drop the gear. And let's disengage the autopilot because I think the altitude hold was on and it did not like that, so let's just do the approach manually. So our gear is down, we have 3 green lights. Really quickly, sanity check, 3-4 right, okay, so we need the right runway, alright. I was looking at the left one. We're a little bit to the left. Let's keep the nose coming down. Find that sweet spot for the glide slope. You think we can capture now, maybe? We worked ourselves below the glide slope and alt hold is disengaged, but we are captured, so I'm thinking the aircraft should, the autopilot should bring us down a little bit. Flaps 40 at 150 nautical knots. So let's go flaps 20. This is all too easy, man. Range 2.9 nautical miles. Have a little airplane. Right, altitude 820, autopilot disengaged. Definitely a lot of wind here, as you can see. Look at that. I feel like we're a little bit low. Flaps to full, a little bit more power. And especially in these windy conditions, a little bit more power does not feel like a luxury, if you know what I mean. So here's, look, there's our shadow overtaking us. Oh, that's not us, it's another aircraft, that's pretty cool. Right, here's 3-4 right. Get ready to set her down smoothly. Idle. That's not what I would call smoothly, but we are down. Welcome to Izmir, everybody. And now to be really quick. Let's just ignore that aircraft there, because there's no way to see, so Flight Simulator is just doing whatever it wants. Hello aircraft, guess where we're going? We're going up your butt. Look at that. There you go. Fortunately, it does not detect any crashes when something like that happens. I'm always happy about that. Alright, flaps can come up. And we saw earlier that we will exit to the left. So that's what we'll do right here. You can still tell it's still really windy even down here. If you do not steer, the aircraft is just blown into the wind. Let's cross this runway 34 left. Okay. There's a bunch of Pegasus Airlines here. Alright. Landing lights can turn to taxi lights. So that's the Aerosoft simple traffic tool that we are using. You will see domestic flights, and instead of, like, you know, you have like Sun Express, Pegasus. There's the Turkish Airlines there. So what are these two doing? Well, excuse me, buddy. Alright, let's see if we can go around it. We've driven through one aircraft already. Obviously this is very far from realistic. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool actually to see the aircraft up close, but you know. Yeah, so not really sure where the general aviation parking is at this airport. We could have checked. We do have the charts on board. But for now, let's just go look for a little spot that we can settle down. And I'm guessing it's there around the corner to the right somewhere. Let's just choose our own little spot right here. So yeah, happy to see that the sound is working. That was quite a bit of a problem, caused a lot of frustration. So then what do? You go out and you fix it. And fortunately that worked. Let's see where's the button for the engine shutdown. It should be here. Engines are shut down. And then the lights can be turned off. Fasten seatbelt sign can be turned off. Let's leave the nav light on. We actually did not even use our reverse thrust, it was not necessary. No, I don't want to go to Naviggraph. Alright, that's it. Here we are. That's good old Izmir. And our little aircraft performed pretty well. Not something I can say about the pilot, because we started our descent way too late. Way too late. But we managed to get it down, so that's good. It's very windy here. Anyway, thank you very much for checking, everybody. And if you like it, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like or anything, you know, just so, you know, don't be a stranger, alright? Thank you very much for checking, and I'm your personal Flysim pilot, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.